Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, Non-Stop Talking with your girl here, Vivian Liu. Since starting the series wrap up, I've been talking a lot about particularly books that I've completed. Today I wanted to do the opposite of that and talk about book series I plan on not finishing. I drew up a list and there are about 24 titles, so I can split that evenly between 3 videos so I'm not droning on forever. So today, these 8 titles I am for sure never going to pick up again. And they are not in any order besides the fact that I tried to alphabetize them by the series title. This will be spoiler free. I will not be giving any synopsis or anything. I will just go straight into why I don't want to finish reading or don't want to complete these series. That's it. Number 1, After by Anna Todd. There are 5 books in this series. I read the first one in preparation for the movie. I half read and half listened to it, and I hated it. It made it just in time for my 2018 worst reads of the year list. Yeah, it was number 1. I think it was just so problematic and so toxic, and I had such difficulties getting through it. I was reading it, but then I just couldn't, and so I decided to listen to it, and then I couldn't, and I don't know how, like, I somehow ended up to the end, but it was just torture. And I occasionally love reading a train wreck, and that's why I picked this up in the first place. Like, I really genuinely thought I would enjoy it, but I didn't at all. And there's no point in continuing on with the series knowing that, like, you hated the first book. Number 2, Alex Cross by James Patterson. High school me used to love books of this nature, and I read quite a few Alex Cross. I don't know how many I read, I can't remember, but I think, like, I've just kind of outgrown the genre and will probably never pick up another Alex Cross book, but we had a good time. It was a good ride. I even saw the movie, which I think starred Tyler Perry, in theaters, so yeah, I was a fan then. Number 3, Angel Unlimited by Annie Dalton. When I was cleaning out the bookshelf at my parents' place, I rediscovered this series, and this was, I think, a middle school favorite, but obviously I am, like, too old. Well, so obviously I didn't finish it then, but now I'm, like, too old to, like, go back and read this. And I know I've at least read 2 books in this series because I have unhauled 2 books in this series. Number 4, Beautiful Bastards by Christina Lauren. What is it? There's like 5 books and like 5 like short stories and novellas in this series. It's super popular. I read it because of the hype and because I think it was like a Twilight spin-off, and I didn't like it. I have a weird relationship with Christina Lauren. I either like absolutely love their book or like I strongly dislike their book, and that's how it is. There's like no middle ground with me and Christina Lauren. I usually prefer their newer stuff, and I guess it just goes to show that their writing has improved, but I didn't like Beautiful Bastard, which is weird. Because I do like, those fun, trashy romance novels, but there's so many out there that I just felt like, okay, I didn't like the first book in Beautiful Bastards, which is titled Beautiful Bastards. Like, there's no point in me continuing on when there's so many other trashy romance reads that I could read and actually enjoy. Number 5, Keira Ball by Stephanie Garber. I read this book because of YouTube hype. I bought the UK hardback because I thought it was prettier. My like naked like stamp is the tent, which I like wanted. It was either between the stamp or the rose. And honestly, I just think like these books are beautiful. Like they're really, really beautiful. And I thought the story was okay. Like it was averagely decent, or maybe a little bit above average, because I gave it a 3.5 out of 5. But I don't know what happened since then. Like, I guess, like, I just lost motivation and interest in the series, and, like, I don't feel a need to read it. Like, there was a part of me that was just like, oh, if I'm not continuing on with the series, so, like, I unhauled this first book, Carval, but, like, it's so beautiful, and I, like, deliberately bought the UK one that I'm like, no, I'm still gonna keep it, but I just don't have motivation to read on. Number 6, Dumpling by Julie Murphy. I bought this book a while back, and it wasn't until Netflix came out saying they were going to make a movie out of it that I decided to read it so that I can watch the Netflix movie. My cousin and I read it. My cousin thought it was just okay, and I thought it was a little bit below okay. We were both disappointed by it. Honestly, we were expecting more, and I was looking forward to certain aspects of the story that never happened. And yeah, with how like disappointed I was with it, and how like my cousin doesn't even really care to continue on with it as well, I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna just unhaul this first book, not even give a chance to the second book, and then wait to watch the movie. I did eventually get to the movie. I don't remember how I felt about it. I think it was okay as well. Yeah, it was just like everything was just so okay that there was no real motivation to be like, yeah, I need to read the second book. Number 7, Giant Days by John Allison. I think it has 12 volumes and it's still ongoing. Yeah, it's a graphic novel. And honestly, I don't know what's wrong with me. Like, I think there's something truly wrong with me because everyone loves Giant Days. And for some reason, like, the first volume and I just did not vibe. And with how hard the two of us did not vibe, I didn't want to continue with Giant Days in general at all. Number 8, Losing It by Cora Carmack. I was really intrigued by the premise of this book, and I don't think it was bad. I ended up giving it a 3 out of 5. It was good enough, but the second-hand embarrassment in this was so real, and I just couldn't tolerate it. And I guess like I didn't vibe with the writing style, and I knew like I just didn't want to continue with the series if that's how it's gonna be, you know, with the writing style that I can't with, and with all the second-hand embarrassment I can't with as well. So yeah, I just read the first book and stopped, and that is number 8 on the list. This ends my first series I didn't finish video. Let me know if you've read any of these books, or if there is a book series you recently dropped. I'm pretty sure with these 8 titles that I will not be revisiting them at all. But yeah, outro time. Like, comment, subscribe, and see you in my next video whenever that is. Bye.